Welcome to another trade breakdown video. My name is Raymond Schalker from Futurum Capital Traders, and I'm going to show you a little recap of this London session. So let's dive right in. Before we start the session, I always analyze the markets, put my zones in, determine my bias, and share that with the members, right? So we did that as well. Like on the daily on GJ at that moment, I was still mixed as the price was trying to break up here. We also noticed that there was some resistance that could be forming, and afterwards it did. But at the moment, we didn't know that. So we went lower to the 4-hour time frame. Same things here. With this, we didn't know that it happened right. We saw this bullish engulfing candle, but it didn't close below the previous resistance of the 4-hour. So in my opinion, that could be a sign of weakness for the upcoming hours, and also talk to the members about that. So 1-hour candle, we saw this happening, break above, and then this candle over here. On the 30-minute candles, you can see it more clearly, and even on the 15, that this is some type of fake out setup, because this zone that's now here was actually right here at that time, right? So what we saw was on the 15-minute, it broke above without a bottom wick, and then broke below again. It was a little bit of a weak confirmation for me to take a 15-minute fake out setup. By the way, I was mixed in my bias. I could go for longs and shorts, so I talked about breaks above, nice continuations, or a fake out setup. But this fake out wasn't strong enough for me, as it was just closing inside this range, also a little bit above this small resistance level. So I was like, nah, this isn't for me. It fell off a cliff, so it would have worked out, but it was just not my trade. So we waited for the 30-minute candle to close. Okay, and it fell down immediately to around here, a little bit higher actually. Then it made a wick up, boom, and then it fell down. So I was like, okay, now we do have a 30-minute fake out setup. This zone would move right there, because this is the new resistance that formed. From here, I was like, okay, when it moved up, made this new wick, fell down, we could enter this trade. It was actually on the 50-minute time frame, so come with me. The stops would be like 10 pips. And why it would be 10 pips? Because I think that the range was pretty tight, and for our one-to-one to be hit pretty fast, it should be above the current candle. So what happened? We moved up, right? Boom, as you see right here. We moved down, broke the previous low again, and then broke its own low. And here's where I got entered. So we fell down a few pips, was pretty nice, but then retraced just before the closure. That's actually a little unfortunate. So what we did was wait for this candle to form, right? Because every time I take a trade, I do not make decisions when that candle is still moving. I pre-plan it, so partial sell, SL, TP, all kind of that. But after I took that trade, I'm just leaving it until that 15-minute closes, only following the plan that I made pre-trade. Okay, so this happened, we closed here. The trade fell down, boom, somewhere around here, or here even, and then he came back up again. But the wick was around here, around that level. So I was like, okay, I gave it a little bit more room. So if it wicked up again, or came up again and broke its own high, a little bit above there, my SL would be. So I moved my full SL to just above that candle. I got stopped out at that point, and I lost 0.4% in the process. If I would have left my 10 pip stop, it's actually 0.1 lower actually, but it doesn't matter. It would have been stopped out 100%. So I would have a full loss of 0.1%. So I actually spared myself of a loss of 0.6% extra. So 0.4% on this trade while risking 1% is pretty cool, right? Afterwards, it did work out. So our analysis played out in the end. We were a little bit too aggressive, I guess, but after the big candle, I was just expecting some volume to push in, because if I just use the previous as I do normally, we would have had a nicer trade, but I would have managed it right there. So I would have closed like 50% of the position when this high got broken. So that would result in a loss of, yeah, that's not even calculated, but it would be a really small loss, and then a 0.5% position would be running. So that's a learning for the next time. Maybe just use a previous again, but like, I want to try it. It didn't work out. It is what it is, but the analysis was correct, and that's an important thing, right? As long as your analysis is correct in the end, the execution will come. So here we are, the GJ trade from this morning, the short that did not work out. As it said here, close position in full here, managing my risk, and in the end, preventing a full loss. Okay, so then I was not looking to re-enter again. I was just waiting for some other setup, another closure, and then I switched to gold. What I saw on gold, let's look at the daily again. It was pretty bullish at the time. It was pushing up quite hard right after yesterday's rejections. The 4-hour was looking pretty bullish as well, like with exhaustion candles and all that. Do you want to know what that is? Just join Discord. And now we're trying to push up again. At the time, it was a little bit more bullish. So the 1-hour as well was looking quite bearish at the moment, but this one made a nice big wick to the downside, made a liquidity wick. Again, join Discord if you don't know what it is, or liquidity grab. And the 30-minute was where I liked it the most. I like this weak bearish candle right here with a bullish engulfing. Well, we didn't know that back then, with the bullish candle making a nice wick down, retesting this area and pushing up. So at the break of the high, I decided to enter, and I just decided to take a 1-to-1 as I'm expecting gold to be ranging until the end of the day, because we have FOMC meetings in the evening and some news in the afternoon. So this afternoon I won't be that active. So I wanted to target a 1-to-1, and that worked out pretty nice. On the 50-minute looks nice as well, because we broke below. We have a strong candle trying to push in, did not work. We have another strong candle to the downside. Then we have another liquidity wick pushing up and almost engulfing the previous candle. Next wick down, broke the previous high and continued to the upside. So quick 1-to-1 trade. I closed it in full as well, resulting in a total gain of this London session of 0.64%. Nice results. Could we done something different? Yes, on the gold trade we couldn't. I think we played it perfectly, but on the GJ trade we could have placed our stops a little bit higher, had been a little bit more patient while in the trade, and then it would have worked out. But hey, again, we can't complain. Made a nice gain with the members as well. So on to the next day. I thank you guys for watching this video. Like and subscribe, please. And if you enjoyed it and want to know more about my trading style and how I take my positions every day, please join the Discord and I will be happy to explain everything in detail. All right. Thank you for your attention. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. All right. Ciao.